Welcome to Manifesting and Spiritual Magic. We are so happy you're here.
Hi, I'm Denise Martinez Rossini, and I'm an Intuitional Numerologist and Spiritual Empowerment Mentor.
My name is Cathlene Miner, author of the 30-Day Self-Perception Makeover, where you will begin to manifest your life on purpose. And together, we will show you how to use all of the universal energies to your benefit so that you can manifest the life that you desire. Hello, and welcome back with Denise and I, where we teach you universal magic that you can use in your everyday life because they're real, they're practical, because we are busy people. How are you doing today, Denise?
Really good, really good. Excited for this month. It's going to be an amazing month. Really good.
Yeah, August. Can we believe that it's already August of 2019?
I know, it's crazy how quick it's going this year already.
I wonder why that is. Does it seem to you that this month has gone by quicker, the year has gone by quicker than it normally does?
Yeah, but that, you can get really into that with quantum physics and time waves and time bends and things coming in and out. So sometimes, time does feel like it's going quicker than others, and there is explanations as to why we feel that. But that's a whole other broadcasting series.
Yeah, I have something that came to my mind about that, and maybe if we have time, we'll get to that towards the end. So, what is August? What is the month of August vibrating at?
So August is a month of enlightenment. Universally, it's vibrating as an 11, which is known as the enlightened one. So this month, there will be like breakthroughs, new skills coming through, new gifts coming through, a lot of clarity. So if you like, we've had a busy month, it's been a month of creation. We've, been busy, our minds have been like full of inspiration, our minds can be bringing all that inspiration in, but then we need sort of clarity. So we've had an amazing month stepping up into leadership, going forward, really stepping up and using all this. And now we want some clarity around it. So where we've been making plans and goals to go forward, this month will give us the breakthroughs that we've needed. So it's almost like an energetic burst through to give you clarity around your goal setting, and you'll get different inspirations that come from it. And it's it's like a softer energy. Last month was a 1, so that was a really powerful energy. This month it's like a softer energy, it's a serene energy, but it's going to allow everything to come through for you to feel enlightened, for you to have clarity of mind. And it's the month where we're going to be seeing 11/11 a lot more as well, as people go through spiritual awakenings as well, coming out of the spiritual closet. But for everybody, it's a month of clarity and then really beautiful, gentle energy.
So last month when we were the independent leader, and we had all of these things moving forward with inspired action, right? Inspired action, and we were taking these goals that we had and going for it. And I feel like sometimes
really stepping up.
Yeah, when we're in those months, it's a lot of things that we're doing. We feel very busy, but it's almost like so busy sometimes with taking charge that we don't slow down enough to get that enlightenment, that aha. It's like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think about that before? So I'm looking forward to August for that very reason.
Yeah, and it's so true. I mean, the way the universal energy flows is just beautiful. So it's like we were saying, it was a really empowering month. And you can get really busy and you can get a bit overwhelmed with it. So this is a nice, soft month to really breathe, breathe that light in, let your light grow. And it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous, fulfilling month, if you like. It's to recharge and re-energize your light. But it's got such a beautiful, serene energy around it. And it's a month of, if you're if you do have a psychic connection, it's a month of like reaching up to the higher realms. So a lot of people will be more in tune with the sixth sense or the intuitional vibe or gifts if they've got gifts. But you're going, it's a month where I like to think your eyes are really open so you can see more going on around you. It's like your third eye opens up almost. So you can really get clarity and see the whole universal magic, if you like. It's a beautiful month. 11 months, because 11 is a master number, so it's a higher vibrational number. So it is a month of higher vibrations and higher energy, but in a way that allows you to breathe and no pressure. It's just this gorgeous universal flow around you. It's just a beautiful month we're in for.
Which is always when it's the right thing, right? When we allow ourselves to take that step back and things should flow. Yeah. I was speaking with somebody this week and we were talking about the successes that he has had and all of these amazing things that he's done. And he was asking me about mine. We were talking about it and we were comparing how those things that have become, quote, our version of success, right? Because we all have our own as to what fulfills us. But they all came when we were able to actually take a little bit of a step back and have those moments and take that path in a comfortable way where we're not making something happen, right? A lot of people, that's where, say the independent leader, right? I'm a woman, I totally can get this, where you have this idea and you're going to make it happen. Like I used to be that way. That was, and it doesn't matter, but that was going to happen. And interesting to me because I'm still like that, meaning I have these ideas and they're going to happen. But the difference is in the month of August, and like I do now with my life, is I'll take a step back and follow the inspired action route and what feels right instead of making something happen. So I'm just logically putting it together in my head that when you say enlightenment, that's what that is. Taking the flow. You said it's going to be a soft energy. It's going to feel instead of, and if it doesn't feel right, since it is such a powerful month with enlightenment, then know 100% that it's not right. Right? Don't try to make it because it's not going to be right.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's like any energy, it has to flow, giving and receiving, feminine and masculine, in and out. It's flow. So we're in what I like to call a feminine month. We're in flow. It's a beautiful, giving month, if you like. We're not action taking. We're just embracing the flow. So it's a month where the universe allows you to breathe. When you look at the universal flow, it is incredible. It does go up, it rises, ebbs and flows, as most energy does. When we get to next month, we'll still be in feminine flow, then we go into masculine flow again. So you'll get a couple of months where it's a soft ride for a couple of months, but also next month is creative. But we're still in sort of a feminine inspirational flow. And then we go into a 4 month, which is another action taking month. So it's just beautiful the way the universe understands what we need and gives it to us through vibration. So sometimes you can tell when you're sort of like out of alignment, out of flow, when you're trying to push, and you feel like you're hitting a brick wall, and you can have this because sometimes you're not in flow. Sometimes it's like when your angels are trying to guide you back onto the right path. If you're going the wrong way and everything you try, you can't get past, it's almost like that picture where you see your angels guiding you, get back on the right path. So, you have divine energy working with you and you have universal energy working with you. Same with recurring numbers. Your recurring numbers contain a divine message and also a daily guidance message through numerology, through the universe. So you've got two beautiful, beautiful energies all working together with you. It's just wonderful the way we're given this guidance. And even if you don't understand how it works, sometimes you can actually feel it. You can feel like you're on a good flow, it's just amazing. So sometimes you can be aware of it without even understanding it, if that makes sense.
It does, and that's what I love about what we're talking about right now, is because it's practical. So if you're somebody listening and you don't think of yourself as quote spiritual, or I don't know what the other word is, that you don't talk about, you don't let the moon's energy affect you in any way, I guarantee you it does affect you. You just
Yes.
realize that's what it is. So it's the
Yes.
same thing that what we're talking about now. When you start feeling those things, if you surrender to that and know that you're feeling a certain way because it's there, this is the way the energies are. And if you surrender to that, is when things start to flow in a better way
Yes.
in your life.
Yes.
Practical.
Yes. And I think that's why we're given intuition, so we can work with it. Because a lot of the time our intuition will guide us. Even if we don't, as I said, we don't understand how it works, our intuition will guide us. So when we say go with that gut feeling, there's a reason for that. Go with your gut feeling. There is a reason. And when you try and remember as far back as you can where all these old sayings come from, it's when we were more in touch with the universe and ourselves, we were more in touch with that kind of thing then. And over time, with modern technology and social media and everything, we can feel a little bit lost. But having said that, the power of social media has sort of brought that back as well. It gives us the ability to reconnect and get in touch with people on the same vibe, people that have an understanding of how these things work, and just to reconnect to old energies that have been there since the beginning of time, just for us to embrace, to make life easier for us.
And now that you brought up social media, let's just mention this as well. So when you're on social media and you have all of these people, right? Because there's millions. If you're not feeling aligned with some of those people, it's just like, would you sit in a room with some of those people? And I'm bringing this up because we talk about universal energies, right? Which is the vibration, and we're receiving all of this. Well, we're also receiving that from everybody around us. So if you're really trying and be in tune with your intuition, and you have all these people around you that you feel are negative, or that when you look at their pictures you get sort of a feeling inside, or whatever it is, again, that's your intuition telling you that feeling you're getting inside means you need to unfollow those people. It's not mean doing yourself a favor, right? I mean, because if not,
absolutely,
you can't. It's hard to be connected
to
universal energies if you're letting all of this other stuff that you don't feel good about bombard you.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the given thing, is that we have a right to protect our own energy, because we have to be right ourselves so that we can help other people. We have to be in a state of full of love and light so that we can share that. So you have an absolute right to protect your own energy. And that doesn't mean that you're being awful, but you don't need to be around that. If people make you feel icky, then you just move away from them and bubble yourself up, get your protective bubble around you.
But
it is true. Mm-hmm. It is true to surround yourself by people that lift you up rather than people that drag you down, because we're all here to help each other and to share the light and give each other light and give each other love. So, we need to be in that beautiful place to do that. So we have an absolute right to protect our own energy, 100%.
Yeah, so if you're listening to us right now and you're thinking, I'm not feeling this energy, I have no idea what you guys are talking about, because I know half the people that listen to this will totally get what we're saying because they feel it, right? There are some that are like, I'm not feeling it. And that's just a tip to look around you. So I always like to think of my social media page or presence, meaning my group of people, whether I'm on my private page, a business page, Instagram, and whatever it is. And I have all of those people in a room with me. When I invite those people, if I was going to go to wherever, would I say, hey, why don't you guys all meet me there? Like, how would I feel? And do I want to meet those people in person?
And that's really how I start judging
Yeah.
things as far as who I
Yeah.
want to have in my circle. And it may be a huge, and that's the thing is with social media, it's a huge circle, right? I mean, I'm
Yeah.
surrounded
Absolutely.
by 5 or 6 of the same people. But on
Yeah.
social media, I'm surrounded by hundreds or thousands and hundreds of thousands, right? So we have to really,
Yes.
if you're listening to this and look, take a look around you in your everyday life, right? One-to-one people,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
around to your social media and who you're allowing to affect your energy vibrations.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I know, and I speak about this a lot within groups. You know, people who have groups are just starting a business with a Facebook group, and they're so worried about, oh well, you know, what if that person doesn't like what I say? And well, if they're not aligned with you, then don't have them in your group. You look at your group as your shop. It's like your home. It's your community.
Right.
You wouldn't let somebody into your home to say, oh, I don't like your furniture, I don't like the wallpaper. You'd say, well, just leave my house, you know. It's the same within your group. You are in control of it. It's up to you to be in control of it. And only allow people in that want to share love and share light. You wouldn't let people just throw rotten tomatoes at you. So why would you allow them into your group to give you the bad vibe? And I really emphasize this. Your group is your community and it's yours to do, to let people in who you want to do and not allow people in that are just going to, you know, interfere with your energy. Just don't allow them in. Make it your community a beautiful community.
Yeah, and I know we kind of, I started talking about this because it does have to do with energy vibrations, and I always go just like you do and talk about what I'm guided to talk about. So somebody that's listening to this needs to hear
Yeah.
this particular thing to weed
Yeah.
out in your social media just as you do in your life. And if you're not doing it in your life, huge red flag. You got to do it. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not doing the
Yeah.
other any favors either. So, but the way that, so know that in August, when we start to get those intuition, right? And we've been the independent leader. We're making things happen, right? Making things happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then in August, now where we are, we've got to make sure that we're really listening, right? Because
Yes.
if the
Yeah.
energies are strong like this, that means that it's going to be like tenfold, right? Meaning if I take action,
Yeah.
feeling, it's going to actually be even better than it would if it wasn't the energy around that month. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, because you just, as I said, with an 11, you're in touch with like a higher vibration, a higher realm. So if you're given some like clarity, like a light bulb moment, then yeah, you know, get all that noted down. You don't necessarily have to take action on it this month. It's a month for soaking it up. Then we're in a 3 month next month, which is a month of creation, communication and creation. So you could take that into the next month and start creating it and starting to make it happen. Then in the month after that, it's a building month and a money month. So you can totally see the way the universe helps to guide us. So we're being given enlightenment this month to create something with it next month. So it's just, again, a beautiful flow.
It is.
Beautiful flow.
And it's really important to be able to take advantage of all of the gifts that we are given just by being born during on this earth and just for this life.
Yeah.
And so we
absolutely.
just have to, like you said, it's our right to protect our own energy so that we can feel these things. And if you are listening and you're not feeling these energies, there's a reason, and take a look around. You can always reach out to Denise or myself. We can maybe give you some tips. I know in Denise's group, she's always got a whole bunch of tips going on. You can really change your life there. So, but okay, so we have a few more minutes, and I just wanted to kind of throw something out there. So we were talking about how time can almost feel like it goes fast sometime, right? And
yeah.
what I was thinking about was that, okay, so I've been under hypnosis before, and just
yeah.
What day is today? Okay, so just a few days ago I did it again. I was hypnotized to
Yeah. Ah.
of things of a block that I had, and I knew I did, but I didn't know where it came from.
Yeah.
And he said, you know, and I'd been hypnotized before, but I didn't remember this part. And he said, you know,
Yeah.
worry about whether or not you were under hypnosis. Don't worry about any of that. You'll know
Yeah.
when you come back to our reality, and you'll feel like
Yeah.
it's 15 minutes. Okay, so
Yeah.
I came back. I seriously thought I had just laid down, and it was an hour. I thought
Wow, that's amazing.
it felt to me like 10 or 15 minutes at the most. You know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that it was true because number one, I saw the clock. Number two, my husband was there, so he was listening to the whole thing and saw how much time. So what I'm getting at here is, so when time feels like it's going fast, are we then maybe just taking a step back inside of ourselves in some way?
Well, if you think about it, it's man that's put a creation around time. We've put a calendar and a clock towards time. Time's always been there. It's not even time, is it? It's the energy, and it's how we limit it. But if you get into quantum physics, there is what I call like time warp or time bend, when it feels like a stretch and then it comes back in again. I'm not massively enlightened with quantum physics, but I was speaking to somebody who was explaining it to me, and I did get sort of like the gist of it. And I suppose again, it's anything to do like with the universe, with flow as well, and you have that. So sometimes it will feel quicker, and sometimes it will feel slower, but it's like on a bend. But again, I think if you're in the your subconscious mind, if you're in hypnotherapy, then time doesn't really have limits for you. You know, you're sort of out of that element. But just while you're touching on hypnotherapy, I'm so glad you went to a hypnotherapist. I just want to touch on that. When people go through looking and exploring past life regression, which is growing in popularity and so interesting.
I've done that before, yeah.
But I think it's essential for people to make sure that they are given that through a qualified hypnotherapist. Because there are some people out there doing life path progression that aren't qualified hypnotherapists, and it's so important. You shouldn't be messing about with stuff like that if you're not qualified to do it. So I'm so glad that you brought that up, that you've been to a qualified hypnotherapist.
Yes.
And also, like you say, they can use it for lots of different things, for phobias, for anxiety, for all sorts of different things. But it's really amazing how it does feel like you're out of time. You know, you can go through so much in what we call short space of time, but within that moment, it's not a short space of time.
Right.
But the only way I can sort of explain it in my words is that we have put like a clock, we have got a calendar, we've said this is how much time this is. But really, is it there? You know?
Well, and what you mentioned,
measuring stick. We use it as a measuring stick, don't we?
Exactly. And what you mentioned about when you're under hypnosis, and I realize we're taking a little different path here, but this is very interesting. And I think this will help everyone who's listening too. You're in your subconscious mind. That's where you are, because that's where where all those little things that happened in your life that's where they are. They're there. However, you put a different label on it. So it has affected you sometimes in a way in your reality life that it shouldn't. But that just goes to show, though, our subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between time or whether something's real or whether it's not. So the thing I love about it is when we talk about all the time, you and I, about the importance of when you're manifesting your life on purpose, the importance of visualization and changing your subconscious mind. It all makes, I mean, if you really into that practical way of thinking, like you said, we're putting a time limit on quote time. We're making that up in a way. And in our subconscious mind, it doesn't know the difference in the time. I mean, when I was going back to these times that I was a kid, and it was right there. Like, it was right there.
Yeah.
That was the time I was in.
I think we use it as a rough guide because, for instance, when we're talking about the month, like we have seasons, you know, they guide us, seasons guide us. And when we're talking about universal vibration, and I'll say, well, this month's vibrating at that, say, a 5, you might feel a 5 energy sort of like towards the end of the previous month because the universal energy is already flowing. So even though we've put like a rough time guide on it, it's not necessarily absolute, if you like. So sometimes you can feel the energy that's coming in the month. You know, people say to me, well, I'm feeling like this now. And I say, yeah, that's the energy that's coming from the next month. You're already in that flow. So it's like we've put a label to it, if you like. You know, but it just flows anyway. It's going to flow anyway, whether we're here or not, or whether we say, today's this, whatever. You know, that's our label. The universal divineness knows the flow already. They don't need us to tell them what it is.
Right. Okay. So we're going to have to save the rest. I have so much. This has led me to my mind wanting to bring up so many other things that just prove in my practical mind about how the subconscious mind and time and all of that absolutely affects our life every single day, and why it's so important to not just live in our, I like to say, quote, reality world where we think it's real and it's really not. We're making things up.
Yeah.
Anyway, and there's so many things. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what we will do tonight is Denise and I will look for a quantum physics expert, and we'll have them on with us.
Wow. Yeah.
Because
that would be amazing.
I think that will enlighten everybody as well as to when Denise and I are talking about putting the universal energies into practical everyday uses and using those benefits of why. I mean, what is the actual science? I mean, we both know some of the science, but there are people out there that this is what they do, right? Like they're scientific, and there's some, I have a lot of questions, actually. I do.
The brilliance is now that through quantum physics, science and spirituality have never been closer. They've never been closer.
Right.
And that through quantum physics and our growing understanding of it. And I love that. That is bringing the two together, which I think they should be together. You know, yin and yang, bring it together. So that would be so interesting to have somebody on speak about that. That would be amazing.
You guys are ladies, men, gentlemen, whoever you are listening.
Everybody.
Look out for that. It is going to be awesome, and we will be posting about it. So enjoy the month of August. Make sure that you're listening to your intuition, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Let yourself flow. Open yourself up to receiving. That's the most important thing. Be open. Be open. Because if you're not open, you're not letting it in. So be open and let the magic in.
And take a look around with who you surround yourself in your everyday life, including social media. It affects your energy. Well, it affects your energy. So have an amazing rest of the day, and we will be talking to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Subscribe and follow us at our links at CathleneMiner.com, and for Denise at Spiritual Queens Rising on Facebook. Manifest your life on purpose because you can. Hopeful Handbags has collaborated with the Moms in Business Association. If you would like to grow your business and get involved in helping women all over the world, please contact me at hopefulhandbags.org. That's hopeful, HOPEFULL, or CathleneMiner.com. And you too can give hope.